Hi there, I'm Shane from Packhorse. We're going to do a series of informative videos regarding some of the brands and products that we represent, and we're going to start off with Flexon. We're here today in Mullingar Equestrian Centre in County Westmeath, and the lovely Storm here is going to help us show you some of the attributes of the stirrups. Flexon is a family-run business based outside Pau in the south of France, and they've been making innovative stirrups since 2014. We've been lucky enough to work with them for nearly 6 years now, and we've watched the brand grow to global success, and it's become the #1 choice for many riders, and there are many reasons why they've chosen the stirrup. The first thing I suppose we're going to talk about is the model, the green composite. And it's called a green composite because the materials used in it come from recycled materials, recycled plastics, and so that's where the word green comes from. It has been a bestseller for Flexon and has been around since the beginning. The first thing about the stirrup is that it's got a steel core, so it's incredibly strong, and this is an adult stirrup, so it has no weight restriction for the rider. Outside of that steel core then you have this polyamide plastic, which is a very, very strong plastic, and it is the same color all the way through, so if you chip it or ding it or scratch it or scrape it, it's not going to flake off like paint. So the stirrup is going to stay quite fresh looking for an extended period of time. The first thing to note about Flexon is the shock absorbers in the footbed, and the company did a study in France where they proved that the vibrations that are normally absorbed through your joints, like your hip and your knee and your ankle, are actually absorbed into the shock absorbers, or elastomers as they call them. What that does is it reduces rider fatigue. It also reduces the vibrations obviously in your own joints, and we get a lot of positive feedback from customers that tell us that they would normally experience pain with a traditional stirrup, but they don't with Flexon. Whether it's from an old injury or an underlying injury, or even something like arthritis, they get a lot of pain relief from these stirrups. So that's a really positive thing about the stirrups themselves. The next thing to notice about the stirrup is the footbed. You've got quite a large footbed here, or platform. So you've got a lot under your foot, which gives a sense of stability, a sense of security. And the footbed is available in an inclined version or also in a flat version. Now this particular one is inclined, which is what most people tend to choose. And what the inclined footbed does is it essentially encourages you to ride with a heel down position, or that classical heel down position. And we all tend to struggle a little bit with getting the heel down, but this will actually encourage you to do it a little easier. This black inserted piece here is actually removable, and on top you have these little spikes which we call Ultra Grip, and what they do is they just provide you with extra grip for your foot, so you're a lot less likely to lose the stirrup. Coming up from that then we have what's called a magnetic insert, and these are basically for customization. So if you want to have your own color that matches your jacket or your boots or your horse box or whatever it is, you can have that in there. We also do the country flags, this one here obviously being the Irish flag, and we also do a customization, so you can have your own logo on the insert. So that is something you can do if you so wish. The stirrup itself comes in a left and a right version, and the reason for that is that it is offset. Why is it offset? It's offset because when you thread your stirrup leather through the stirrup leather hole, the stirrup will actually sit off the saddle. So as you can see, this one is your left stirrup, so it's actually sitting out and allowing you to find it a little easier with the toe of your boot and get into the stirrup. So that's the reason for it being offset. The stirrup itself is available in many, many different colours, and the elastomers too, so you can mix and match it and design your own pair in order to match the colours that you prefer. One other thing just to note, a little trick that I tell people, that when they're rolling up their stirrups, traditionally we would have always rolled our stirrups up the inside of the stirrup leather, but with Flexon what I like to tell people to do is roll it up the outside of the leather, and what that does is it allows the stirrup to sit off the saddle, and so you're not going to get any scratches or dings then on the leather. So that's just a little tip or trick for you for when you're using them and rolling them up on your leathers. If you'd like to know more about the stirrups, or you'd like to find your local stockist, you can drop us a line to info@packhorse.ie, or you can send a message to this post and we'll get back to you as quick as we possibly can. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We hope to do some more, and see you again soon. Thanks.